everyone, my name's Courtney, aka Chicago Lit Girl. I have been blogging at thelitgirl.com for a little over a year now, and I decided it was time to take my blogging to the next level. And I've been watching BookTube videos for a while now, and I decided it was kind of time to take the plunge myself. 3 facts about me just to break the ice a little before I get into this first video. 1, I live in Chicago, Illinois. I live in the Pilsen neighborhood with my boyfriend and our cat. 2, I'm a fiction writing major. I recently graduated with a BA in fiction writing and a minor in marketing. And 3, I'm a donut sales lady and I manage a donut store here in Chicago. I decided to start off my YouTube channel with a library book haul. I don't buy a whole lot of new books, mostly because a donut girl budget doesn't really cover a whole lot of new books, and also because I live only like 3 blocks from my neighborhood library. My library branch that I live close to is pretty small, so there's not a whole lot of new books or new releases really. Usually I have to put books that I really want to read on hold, and I've had the same 3 books on hold now for like 3 weeks. So today when I went, I just picked up books that I have kind of heard of and wanted to try, authors that I haven't read yet. So the first book that I picked up was War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. Of course, I've seen the movie with Tom Cruise and I think Dakota Fanning. And a flyer for this just ended up at my job. It is the anniversary coming up, and they're doing a play of the radio adaptation. And basically, it's aliens. They take over the planet, and they can like kill everything in their path with these crazy heat rays. And humans are facing extinction, so that should be kind of crazy. The next book that I got was Lucy by Jamaica Kincaid. I also haven't read anything by Jamaica Kincaid, but I've always been kind of interested in reading some of her work. Lucy is a teenage girl from the West Indies, and she comes to North America to be an au pair for a married couple and their 4 children. And this couple seems to have it all. They're happy, successful, beautiful people. And during her time as an au pair, she starts to see the cracks in their relationship. And I'm also pretty excited about this one. Rincey at Rincey Reads was kind of challenging her viewers to analyze their reading pile and see how diversely you're reading. Didn't read very diversely this last year, so I'm hoping to change that. The next book I got was Cat's Cradle by Kurt Vonnegut. I'm actually surprised I have not read any Kurt Vonnegut ever in my whole life. I decided to start with Cat's Cradle mostly because I was intrigued by this really brightly colored book. Colors are really nice. One of the founding fathers of the atomic bomb has left behind another bomb that can freeze the entire planet. And of course another human extinction story. So they must go to his 3 children and find out where this crazy atom bomb is that could wipe out the entire existence on Earth. The next book I got, I'm almost embarrassed to share this one because it's Bare to You by Sylvia Day. And I'm kind of known in my group of friends and family for reading these like really strange erotica novels. This is supposed to be like the next 50 Shades of Grey, and I'm not quite sure how that's going to go. I'm sure it'll be in that same vein. I'm assuming by these cufflinks that the man is rich, Gideon Cross, and I don't really know what the plot of this book is. I'm sure there's lots of sexy times, but I'm sure we'll figure it out, and maybe I'll let you guys know. The next one that I picked up was Nobody Move by Denis Johnson. I've heard of Denis Johnson a lot, especially his book Angels and his, I think, short story collection, Jesus' Son. I had actually never heard of this book before. I really couldn't tell you guys what it's about. this was the only Denis Johnson book that my library had. So I picked it up and I can kind of see what, oh, and there's a bookmark in there. So I thought I'd pick it up and see what Denis Johnson's all about. The next book I picked out was kind of to get me into the holiday reading spirit, and that is Holidays on Ice by David Sedaris. And I believe it's a short story collection revolving around the Christmas holiday, and I'm sure there will be some crazy Sedaris family stories. Not really sure what else about this one. I love David Sedaris. I think he's hilarious. So I'm looking forward to reading this. It's very short. I'm sure I can knock it out in like a day. And the last book I got, I also had not heard of, but I had heard of the author because he is a part of Miranda July's We Think Alone email series, and that is The Girl on the Fridge by Etgar Keret. And it's also a short story collection. I was drawn to this one by the cover and the illustration on the front. And also the first line on the back, a birthday party magician whose hat tricks end in horror and gore. Sounds pretty intense to me. There's also a girl is parented by a major household appliance and the possessor of the lowest IQ in Mossad. So I'm sure that this will be a pretty interesting, eclectic short story collection. And so far I've only read emails written by Etgar Keret in Miranda July's project, so I can't wait to read some of his fiction. And that's all I have for my library haul today. If you liked what you saw, click the subscribe button, and I'm sure I will be back around with more videos of like hauls, reviews, etc. And I hope I did okay for my first time.